Every woman knows this moment. You check your underwear, and there's a small, cloudy, damp mark. Nobody warned you. Nobody explained it. That is vaginal discharge. Your body makes it every single day, on purpose, and almost no one is ever told why. A few days a month it changes, clear, slippery, and stretchy, exactly like raw egg white. Same water, same stretchy proteins.
You keep a little cloth in your underwear to catch what your body makes on its own, and then you're told it's dirty? Strange. You even sell soap for the part that already cleans itself, and you tell her she stinks if she will not buy it. Clever. Mean, but clever.
So what is it? Why is it there? And when did people decide a body that cleans itself was something to hide? Here's something almost nobody teaches you. A healthy body cleans itself down there, all day, every day, without you doing a single thing. It's almost all water, plus a little salt, some old skin cells, and stretchy proteins called mucins. Those mucins are what makes it slippery. It's full of good germs, bacteria, that keep things a little sour, like lemon, and that sourness keeps the bad germs out. Think of a garden that pulls its own weeds. That slippery stuff you were told to hide. It's the gardener. It's the body's cleanup crew. The amount changes with sleep, stress, exercise, and age. More is usually fine. What matters is a big change in color or smell. So, is it healthy? Almost always, yes. It's the clearest sign your body is working right. Now, the part that changes every month. Rome, 2,000 years ago. Claudia, yes, her again, noticed something nobody explained. A few days each month, the slippery stuff changed.
Most days it's thick and cloudy, but a few days a month it turns clear and stretchy, like raw egg white. Grandma called those the days.
Grandma was right. Those clear, stretchy days are baby-making days. It looks like egg white for a reason. Both are water plus stretchy proteins. Women noticed this for thousands of years before doctors explained it. Later, doctors used that same clear, stretchy sign to tell when a baby could start. Sound familiar? It's the same body chemistry from our video on scent and attraction. Your body is quietly sending little signals all over the place. So, it's not a problem, it's a clue. The slippery stuff is like a tiny monthly calendar. But old-time doctors had some wild ideas. Long ago, doctors thought the body ran on 4 fluids that had to stay in balance. So anything a woman's body made just had to mean something was wrong. Greek and Roman doctors called this normal stuff the whites and treated it like a sickness, something to dry up and get rid of. Their treatments made it worse. Harsh herbs and smoke that wrecked the good germs, the very thing keeping women healthy. Germany, 900 years ago, one person disagreed. Hildegard, a nun who wrote about women's bodies kindly and carefully. That was rare.
The body is a garden, not a battle. What a healthy woman's body makes is not dirty. The doctors mix up clean with good.
She was way ahead of her time and mostly ignored. Instead, the wrong idea won, that the stuff itself was dirty, shameful, even sinful. So the body was fine. The problem was what people believed about it. And soon, companies figured out how to make money off that shame. The Victorians turned that fear into a business. Being clean down there became a rule and something to sell. Being natural somehow meant being dirty. They sold the douche, squirting liquid up inside to wash out the body's own cleaning system, a fix for a problem that never existed. Then the 1920s. Same trick as our video on how women smelled. First, make people feel gross, then sell them the cure. The product was Lysol. Yes, the cleaning stuff, sold for years as a wash for down there. The ads promised it would keep your husband.
The magazine said a husband leaves if his wife lets herself go. So we bought the bottle. Not one of us ever asked a doctor.
It was strong enough to burn. It killed the good germs and caused infections. People even used it hoping not to get pregnant. It didn't work. Doctors now say it simply, washing inside does harm, not good. A healthy body needs zero help. The whole business was built on a lie. So the danger was never the body. It was the people, mostly men and companies, who decided a normal, healthy body was dirty. Here's where science finally lands. All those good germs have a name now, and the best way to protect them is simple. Leave them alone. Warm water on the outside, cotton underwear, no soap inside, ever. The body handles the rest like it did before soap even existed. Clear or white is normal. What's not normal? A strong smell, itching, or a weird color. That means see a doctor, not buy a bottle. It rises as you grow and drops when you are older. Think of it as a gauge of what your body is doing, not a flaw. Every group that told women to scrub it away was fighting their own body and losing. The self-cleaning system always wins, if you let it. Thalia, our Greek healer, figured out in one sentence what doctors took 2,000 years and one embarrassing scandal to finally admit. So the real answer, it was never dirty and never a problem. It's just the body cleaning up, something people mistook for a mess. Time to pick a winner. Not a doctor, not a company, just the women who trusted their own bodies and ignored everyone selling them worry. Because the body barely changed from Thalia's time to now. The stuff always did its job. What changed and made money was the shame. And that shame was invented. Doctors, priests, and ad writers spent hundreds of years convincing half the world a healthy body was something to hide.
So keep your little cloth. Keep your special soap. My body never needed either. Though I'll admit, you do keep it all very tidy.
And before you laugh at any of them, 100 years from now, someone will make this same video about something you got sold today. Your turn. What's the weirdest cleaning rule you were ever told? By a magazine, a relative, or the internet? The comments are open. If this surprised you, our video on what women really smelled like tells the same story. A normal body and the companies that shamed it. We also asked if women give off scent signals that make them attractive, the science right next door. Same body, still full of surprises. Claudia, our Roman, has shown up in a bunch of these now. She's smelled, brushed, bled, and today explained her own body. Let her rest. None of this is gross. It just never got explained by someone honest, with a straight face and nothing to sell you. That's what we do here. Subscribe if you want the body's most personal questions answered simply. No blushing, no bottle. See you in the next one.